Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
Indeed we are. And we're back again for episode 3 of Lethal Weapon Part 2.
This is like one of the more mainstream action movies for sure.
I agree.
Like the Lethal Weapon franchise, you know, was like, that was the one that would come out and be like one of the top, 5-10 movies of the year
Easy
or whatever.
blockbuster.
Yeah. But what cracks me up a little bit is like, so you said previously, all right, this movie's on your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Ironically, I don't know how accurate Rotten Tomatoes is for like older movies, because I think it depends on who uploads old reviews that they can like collate or whatever.
Yeah.
But this movie and the first one have the exact same Rotten Tomatoes score.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they're similarly well received by critics. Like, do you still think this is better than the first?
I do.
Or
but,
is it like a nostalgia thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I do think that the first one is arguably the better story. It's more consistent. It's more grounded, right? I think that they do a better job of establishing character motivations. But for me, Lethal Weapon 2 is just more fun. It's sillier. It's the action is still badass. It maybe doesn't get to the levels of Lethal Weapon 1 in terms of the fight choreography and some of the moments, but I love the silliness. The fight scenes and the action sequences are still very cool. And again, I think that the South Africans are better villains in this movie than the General and Joshua were.
They're pretty they're formidable bad guys.
Yeah.
And they have the extra layer of protection that we're about to get
exactly,
to.
that we're about to see.
As well, That's like something that we hadn't really seen before in movies, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion hasn't changed. We just did Lethal Weapon 1.
Yeah.
And we're breaking precedent here by moving it directly into Lethal Weapon 2.
I love it.
So both movies are very fresh in my memory now, and I still like Lethal Weapon 2.
Still stand by Part 2?
No, definitely there's a nostalgia element to it. But yeah.
I do. I feel like Lethal Weapon 1 is one of those, it's on my like top 5 or 6 all-timers. Like this one I would put pretty far down the list. I mean, it is good.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, it's different. It's like you said, so if you saw the second one first, then the second one felt fresh.
That's right.
When you saw it. For me, I'm like, I mean, it's, the first one had to be like a breath of fresh air in the action genre, and this one's just sort of catching a lot of the same beats of the story as the first one. Yeah. But if you saw the second one first, then
the first
that's
one,
the fresh one.
Exactly.
So I get it. But yeah, I do think, story-wise, performing-wise, accent-wise, the first one is superior, but this is a very, very, very serviceable sequel.
Yeah.
Like way better than it needed to be.
Honestly, I mean, for me, I think that this is a better Part 2 than Die Hard Part 2 was.
Ooh, and I love Die Hard 2.
I mean, I'm not, no shade to Die Hard Part 2.
Yeah.
I'm a Die Hard, love first 3 at least.
Yeah.
Love the first 3 Die Hards. I still think Lethal Weapon 2 is better than Die Hard Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a little, the scenario that McClane finds himself mixed up in 2 being so sort of similar to the first one, where he's all by himself in Christmas against a gang of terrorists, is like, the coincidence is like a little too much maybe to bear.
Yeah.
Whereas this Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, it's just cases. That they're working.
Exactly. So the setup, the premise is like you don't have to question that, right?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I guess you could question like, why are these two cops keep getting involved in these larger than life cases?
Now, do you think that they're getting involved in a case like this constantly, or we're just checking in on them when they get involved in a big case every couple of years.
You know, so a very smart writer that I knew years ago used to say a story should start when it's supposed to start, right? Like, you don't start a story years before it matters. We don't need to see a character when he's taking a shit on a Sunday. The reason we're telling a particular story is because this is the moment that matters.
Yeah.
So I suspect Riggs and Murtaugh, 99% of the time...
It's probably been a quiet 18 months since the last movie.
Like, nothing... Most of their time is just regular cops.
Like regular cases, low-key, boring.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take. Anyway, we
I would
should
agree
probably
with
start
that.
talking about the movie again.
I'll recap.
Yeah, let's recap
where
it.
we're at. So Riggs and Murtaugh, they've been working a case that involves some weird foreign guys with weird accents. They don't know really who they are, but they were dealing in Krugerrands, illicit South African gold. So they get involved in a car chase. They do all types of damage in the city. Then some bad guys come and bust into Murtaugh's house and threaten him in the middle of the night, him and his family. So the captain says, you guys could use a break, take it easy for a few days, go hang out at the hotel, protect this witness for a couple days, enjoy some room service, whatever. They go to look after that guy. No sooner, though, do they get there than someone tries to kill the guy.
Literally 5 minutes.
Yeah, they Riggs, the witness Leo Getz, and this would-be assassin fall out the window. You know, all sorts of chaos ensues. They're talking to Leo later on, like, what is going on? Who are these guys who are trying to kill you? And he's like, you know, I did all this money laundering for these drug dealers. You know, I could take you to a house where they used to live. So Riggs and Murtaugh go to check out the house. They get there. They quickly find the assassin who tried to kill him at the hotel hanging out.
Immediately.
A big car chase happens. They kill the driver of that car through a chaotic crash that involves a surfboard flying through the guy's face. And that is where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Good sum up. So, like we said last time, this movie's over. Like, we're just wrapping it up here.
Yeah, they're just heading back to the house. Arrest everybody.
That's right. You know, all the cops are there. The whole force is there. They've got the warrants. They've got everything.
That feels about right. They called for all the backup.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're just going to go back in there and we're going to slap cuffs on everyone. And,
That's right.
Yeah.
So they burst in, and all the goons are trying to like clear out. They're just trying to get out of town, right? The guns are drawn, tensions are high, and then Mr.
Somehow
Rudd,
those guys got out of their handcuffs.
I don't even. I mean,
maybe they have a key, or
they probably. I mean, all handcuffs, key locks are very simple, right?
Sure.
So I'm sure they were able to get out pretty easy. I believe that. Anyway, Mr. Rudd shows up. That's the larger question. Like, was he there the whole time?
Just upstairs, probably.
Yeah, just upstairs. Okay, and he was just like, okay, we're just gonna wait for this to be over.
Is it weird that they all just like live in this big house together?
No, they're South African. They do that all the time.
That's how they do it there. Okay, fair.
So Rudd is at the top of the stairs with Peter, and Riggs orders like, get downstairs
with an inordinately large amount of use of the word dickhead. He's like, freeze, dickhead. Get down here, dickhead. Come on, dickhead. A lot of dickhead.
So Rudd cooperates without any fuss, and he tells the goons to lower their weapons, and he follows the instructions of the cops. At that point, Rudd and Riggs, they start like going at each other.
Well, he knows he's got the situation well in hand.
Oh yeah.
Rudd. He doesn't seem to be panicking at all.
Yes, Rudd knows.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, Rudd knows that he's walking out of this without being arrested, right? So he's got so much power in this scene, and Riggs has no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But then he introduces himself as the Minister of Diplomatic Affairs for the South African Consulate. Boom, bomb, dropped.
Yeah. Riggs is like, South Africa, home of the Krugerrand.
Among other things.
Yeah. That's now we're getting to like the real social justice message of this flick.
And it is pervasive throughout this whole movie.
Oh yeah.
And I mean they do it well too. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. I like going back to Lethal Weapon 1 versus Lethal Weapon 2, I find these villains to be more interesting.
It is true. They have like there's another level of evil to them other than just that they're
they're mercenaries
or whatever,
looking to make a buck on drugs, right? But anyway, Rudd's like, look, we'll show you our credentials if you don't believe us. And they all start pulling out diplomatic credentials from their their jacket pockets.
I do love that because he goes to the pocket or whatever, and Riggs nearly
like,
killed him.
Yeah, just almost shoots his head right off.
I love Mel Gibson's performance because he's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But Murtaugh goes, everyone just calm down, especially you, Riggs, because we're seeing a little bit of the old Riggs in this moment right now. Peter pipes up, though, and he goes, Riggs, you Martin Riggs? Boom, boom, boom. The
plot thickens.
Yes, that will...
It was kind of weird because Riggs just didn't like dwell on that.
Right, exactly.
He's just like, of the Chicago Riggs. We're just moving right along.
Right. But
like, wait, how the fuck do you know who I am?
That was a fuse lit on a bomb that's going to explode later on in this movie.
For sure.
So Riggs inspects Peter's papers, struggles to pronounce his name, and then says, I'm just going to call you Adolf, which I think is a great line.
He did have the haircut.
He did legitimately have that haircut. But Murtaugh, he says, these papers seem legit. Rudd tells them that by law, no diplomatic agent may be detained or arrested once their identity has been established.
Yeah.
And Rudd says,
which is a true thing.
It is, but we can pause here. So this is the rabbit hole that I went down.
Looking into diplomatic
immunity. It is true. And yes, if you catch a diplomat or someone who is protected by diplomatic status murdering someone in the street, there is nothing you can do about it.
Fucking crazy.
But here's the thing. There's two caveats to this. A, they have to prove it is in service of the state.
Okay.
So if they are murdering someone in a personal capacity, then they are treated as a subject of the host country.
But all you can do is kick them out.
You
can't shoot them.
Right, exactly.
And you can't arrest. You can't prosecute them.
But by the same token, though, the reason that this theoretically works is that the actions that they're taking are still illegal in their home country. So if so and so is trafficking drugs or murdering people, and this is an illegal action in the home country, then you can detain them and deport them back to the home country.
And theoretically, the home government might prosecute them.
Exactly.
Or should prosecute them if their government's not crooked.
Exactly. And so I'm like, this whole plot doesn't work. I'm talking to Katie about this, and she's like, yeah, but it's the South African government in '89. And I'm like, oh, right, never mind.
Yeah. They're probably super corrupt.
They're super corrupt. Right, exactly.
And at this moment in time, as they're about to say, right, that the house is technically South African soil.
Property, because
so they truly have no jurisdiction here
whatsoever. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it actually weirdly does work as a plot device, given the nature of the South African government in '89.
Oh yeah, they were very adversarial.
Yeah, absolutely.
With, an enemy of the we were as enemies as you could get with a country that you weren't at war with.
Yes, exactly. So it actually holds up. Even when you dive into the specifics of how diplomatic immunity works, given the circumstances, it's a pretty plausible idea.
I mean, it's going to be a major scandal that they didn't know who he was, so I think they're covered.
Yeah.
But they killed a man.
Yeah.
Or a man died in that chase.
Yeah.
Just now, one of a guy who is theoretically got diplomatic immunity.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a major scandal.
I mean, we're never going to hear about it again.
No.
Anyway. Okay. That was a huge aside. So Red points out that this is a serious diplomatic situation. Like you said, a man has just died as a result of LAPD interference. But Riggs goes well, you got me quaking in my boots, but I'm still going to bring you down. And he goes, Rudd goes, my dear officer, you could not even give me a parking ticket, which is true.
He says, who's the dickhead now? He says,
great.
Solid.
Great rejoinder.
The dude's a really good actor. I mean, he's not you don't look at him and say, what a formidable
he's
bad guy, but he's like the evil mastermind.
Right. He's like a Lex Luthor type, right? He's the guy that you fear because he's way smarter than you.
He's got 20 henchmen, muscle guys, whatever.
Yeah. So as we pointed out a second ago, he points out that this house is owned by South Africa, so it's technically South African soil. He's like, get the fuck off my property.
He gives a certain look to Murtaugh, looking him up and down, the racist motherfucker, man.
Oof. Anyway, the tensions are very high. The cops and the goons, they hit each other in the shoulder, and they're looking for any excuse to.
It's about to pop off.
It's so close, man. The tension is so high, but Everybody leaves. There's no more bloodshed. Right now.
They hit our my man Agent Johnson with like a K word.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
that's
Grand
right.
Al Bush.
Yeah.
Whose name apparently has changed from the last movie to this movie in the credits. Like he's got a different name. I read because somehow like in the I don't know what you call it, but when you're researching
legal clearances,
legally clearing a guy's name, something got flagged on his character name from the first movie that it was. What happens? You could get sued by somebody if you use their name.
I've worked on games where we've run into that problem.
Okay.
And yes, technically, they like it would be hard, but yes, if you could prove that the name used was done intentionally to defame the actual person who owns the name.
Okay, so if you're portraying me, someone with my name in a bad light,
yes, then you could argue.
Okay.
Generally speaking, it's very hard to prove, but lawyers are incredibly conservative.
So does it have to be someone who's like a known
person? No,
not at all. It could just be because you said the bad guy from the movie Haywire has your name.
Yeah, but why would that's awesome.
But like if you so wanted to, you could.
No, I think in that instance,
lawyer would take on the case and say like,
I don't think so.
What if your name was like Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah,
would
I don't
you
know.
say like?
I think in this case, Agent Johnson's character is so minor.
It's very strange,
right? And
maybe there was someone that like if someone had done a mass murder, who had that name,
or the guy who had the name from the first movie actually reached out.
Hey, don't use my name.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, whatever.
Okay,
we don't care.
We'll change your name.
Yeah, exactly. Path of least resistance in that instance.
No one says his character's name in either of the movies. I don't think. This sounds very strange.
Just in the credits.
But yeah. Anyway, that was a big aside.
That was a huge aside.
It took us down a rabbit hole.
So, as the police are leaving the house, a car pulls up very conveniently. Again, this movie is really filled with a lot of conveniences and coincidences, but a beautiful woman gets out of the car.
Yes.
And Riggs immediately spots her. Just like instantly.
This is Patsy Kensit.
Yes.
Who is apparently very young, like 20 years old, if you believe the internet.
And like wasn't Mel Gibson in his late 30s at this
Yeah.
point?
It's kind of crazy. I mean, maybe she was older. Like I think a lot of women, like women actors, as they get older, they might lie about their age online to try to appear younger. So maybe, it might have said online her birthday was like 1968. Maybe in real life it's 63 or something. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows?
Like if you believe people's ages online, then the hot blonde chick from Roadhouse who got like naked in the movie was supposedly like 17 when they made the movie or something.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's true. I think she's lying about her age now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I want to believe she's lying. But she was like a British pop star. She was in this group called The Eighth Wonder.
The Eighth
There was
Wonder,
like a Spice Girls type of thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, So Riggs he gets out, asks her to get out of the car, and she's clumsy and very cutely drops her briefcase on the ground. They both reach for the case at the same time. I mean, literally rom-com meet cute moment in the middle of Lethal Weapon 2. They bump heads as they both try to get the briefcase at the same time. Unbelievable. Riggs picks up the case, and then all of a sudden Rudd is at the front door like, don't you dare do anything with that fucking case.
Not at all suspicious.
No, not at all. No. After he does that, Rudd explains to the woman, whose name is Rika, that these intruders are police. Rika tries to tell Riggs that there's like nothing bad in the case, but Rudd shut the fuck up.
What a prick.
Yeah, I know.
Then he kind of handles her roughly, takes her and shoves her into the house almost.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what is the nature of their relationship? We don't really explore the nature of their relationship.
I mean, very clearly she's like just an object to him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're an object that I control.
Yeah. So Riggs insinuates that Rika should probably look for a new job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Riggs then he has one last little
I love because Rudd closes the security gate and he's sort of behind those
exactly
the bars of the gate.
You're something get used to that view.
Yeah, you should get used to that sort of view.
Right, exactly.
It's nice.
Yeah. But Riggs is super pissed off, and we're starting to get glimpses of the old Riggs from Lethal Weapon 1. So back at the police station, Murtaugh and Riggs, they're explaining to the captain that the South Africans are running a modern-day triangle trade, drugs to dollars to Krugerrands.
But I'm not really sure how the Krugerrands actually fit into this scheme.
I don't either.
But you don't like really question it.
It doesn't really matter, honestly. It's practically a MacGuffin, honestly. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. It's not obviously nonsensical, so it's good
What
enough.
It should be is them like smuggling Krugerrands into the country,
and then converting,
I guess, to use them to buy drugs,
and then
to sell the drugs for cash.
Right, exactly.
Like American money, yeah. But anyway,
it doesn't really matter. So the captain says it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have the State Department breathing down their neck in the near future. And they're going to have to make a formal apology about the guy who's killed in the car chase. So they actually do reference that a little bit.
Yeah.
Rigg counters that the guys are guilty of sin, but the captain says it doesn't fucking matter. And he's right.
Yeah.
He says that he's beyond the law. We can't touch him, arrest him, or prosecute him.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah.
It does seem to be true because there are cases of,
it's true.
of people who have like literally killed people, like drunk driving or whatever, and we just have to let them go.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah,
I feel like if you were to walk into a room where someone was just like chopping people up, you have to be like,
yep.
Oh boy, there's nothing I can do about it.
I mean, like in the case of the drunk driver, I guarantee you he was on the way to or from a state-sanctioned dinner or party or something. And if he's doing that, then he is immune, right?
I think at the house, which was technically South African soil, like it literally doesn't matter what American laws are.
Exactly.
Like, you could walk in on them chopping a body up.
Yeah, it's like,
and they're like, well, this is...
The best we can do is report it to the South African government.
And it's up to them, though, if they want to press charges or like pursue any sort of,
Yep, exactly.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
It's a great plot device.
Yeah.
And one that I don't know that it's been really used in other movies, but it should be.
Another reason why the villains in this movie I find far more compelling than the first one.
Because you feel like they're untouchable.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, Leo, who we've kind of forgotten about for a little bit, he emerges from the background. And he's like, the captain's like, are you kidding me? There was a civilian involved in all of this on top of everything.
That's what Leo was like. No, it's okay. I usually wait in the car. Yeah. And the captain's like, usually. It's like, what a line reading. I love that this actor saw like usually as his line. He's like, you know what? I can do something with that.
Zhuzh this up a little bit.
Usually. Oh, it's so good, man.
But that's that's one of the real skills of actors. Like in screenplays, you're not supposed to, you can do things like parentheticals to imply emotions, but you don't want to do that too much.
Yeah, you want to let the actors make their choices.
You want to make the actors make their choices, and that's where the true skill of acting comes in, is you read these, and you don't have the luxury of having the screenwriter sitting next to you and interpreting that in a compelling way. And this, I feel like, is an example of a moment like that.
And what a skilled actor can do with like one word.
Yeah.
Can turn it into like a big laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Want something that's on paper, obviously it's not a joke.
No.
It's like, I got a good reading for this. I can do something with this.
Yeah. That's the true skill, in my opinion. Yeah.
So Leo can't shut up.
Right.
He's like, no, these guys are great. One time this guy was waving a gun. And the captain, he walks off. But like, we're in some sort of gray area of the legal process, I feel like, because Leo's like this star witness, but the bad guys who are the South Africans, they don't appear to have been arrested or charged with anything.
No.
Or maybe they can't be.
They can't be.
Like, I don't know what point in the process we are. Like, are the feds building out some case right now?
It's got to be something along those lines. Like this has got to be a federal case.
Oh, it's got to be something way high up.
Way high up. This is not like
DEA
a local...
or the FBI or something like that.
So, and this is probably part of a larger sting.
DEA is like...
Yeah, the DEA
There's a big drug operation that involves these diplomats. We're going to have to like... Whatever. What do you call it? Kicking someone out of the country?
Like deport them.
We're going to have to deport them all.
I mean, and like they
haven't reached that point of the process yet.
And it is possible that this is a big enough problem that even the corrupt South African government can't like ignore it. Right. But they need the evidence to justify like everything. So
I do feel like Rudd and these guys, they have to be like operating outside of what's been authorized by the South African government. Like they've gone rogue, I think. and are doing their own thing here.
Yeah, but I feel like, too, the South African government would want to sweep this under the rug as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to want to like just try to keep everything on the down low. And I think that's like, I think that the movie understates what a pivotal character Leo actually is.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's the character that's going to blow up a huge international diplomatic nightmare.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a huge like international incident.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so it kind of goes unsaid what an important character Leo is in the grand scheme of things here. Not that the movie delves into it, but anyway. So back in the squad room, man, lots of diversions right now.
Sure.
Back in the squad room, Hank from Breaking Bad and Vasquez from Aliens. And another guy, they're hovering around a desk. They're scheming about something. When Murtaugh shows up, they all step aside and they reveal a giant potted plant covered in opened condoms. Everybody starts laughing, and somebody goes, "It's a rubber plant, Sarge," which is hilarious. Murtaugh tells him to go spit, but then after a second, he like acknowledges. It's pretty fucking hilarious.
The ghost spit thing is like a callback to a weird turn of phrase he used in the first movie when he was telling like the General McAllister, "Go spit."
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's not a phrase.
That's right. It's
really
not
a phrase.
I mean, it is for Murtaugh.
It's a hilarious moment in this.
Yeah.
And then I think Riggs had a funny joke about like he's like, "Oh, that's like a week's supply for you." Sargent's like, "Oh no, you're too old for this shit," or whatever. Like a nice little "you're too old for this shit" callback as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So elsewhere, Rudd and Peter and other henchmen, they're escorting Rita back home. Rudd is like trying to weave this lie about that the police hate them because of apartheid in South Africa.
Oh yeah.
And he says because of that, the cops are always going to harass us.
Well, he's like super racist because he's like the LAPD, they're overrun with blacks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fucking crazy shit.
Yeah. Just really like leaning into the racism of it all. So Rudd leers at her though, strokes her cheek, and she walks away.
It was like Jabba the Hutt and Slave Leia vibes.
Oof.
Like, because he has this weird look on his face, like, just reaching for her.
Like Stellan Skarsgård Dune level.
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy. It was
like
gross.
Yeah.
Ooh, Stellan Skarsgård could have killed this role.
He would have been amazing.
Actually, he would have been too young at this time.
Yeah, but I mean, like
now. Yeah.
But I love, though, that they have thunder rumbling in the sky in the background while this is all occurring, right?
Yeah.
And then they, like, in the next scene, when we get to it.
Oh, it was raining.
It's raining. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even catch the thunder.
Yeah, but anyway, so Rudd turns back to his goons and he tells Peter that they're suffering way too many losses and they need to move the cash in one big shipment. We just need to get this done.
Yeah.
And so Rudd tells Peter then to deal with the cops because this warning bullshit, it's not working.
Yeah. The plot of this movie is so much more just like straightforward than the plot of the first one.
Yeah.
Like the plot of the first one was a mystery to be unraveled.
Yes, exactly.
And this one is just like
we know who the bad guys are.
Here's the bad guys. We already know they're guilty and essentially what they're doing. So all it is like
how do we get
more
them?
This one's more of like a straightforward action plot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's like all it is just good guys clashing with bad guys, but there's no detective work to be done per se.
Yeah, so later that night, it's pouring down rain, and Riggs and Murtaugh and Leo, they're hitting a Subway drive-through for dinner.
I don't think I've ever seen a Subway with a drive-through.
Is that even a thing?
I mean, I assume it probably was, at least in the 80s.
Yeah, when Subway was like number 3 fast food.
Now they're all in strip malls, right?
Yeah, they're all. There's not a freestanding Subway left in the world.
I've never seen one. But I feel like Subway paid for this.
They had to, because we've seen
Subway. Because they had the commercial earlier as well.
Yeah. So anyway.
Which is weird because they don't necessarily paint Subway in a good light in this scene.
They really don't. Yeah. So Riggs and Murtaugh are bickering over who should take Leo for the night.
It gets confusing here. Murtaugh says, I had Leo last night. But are we not literally still on the same day that they got him?
I feel like there's probably a deleted scene or
they put this moment in somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
From where it was scripted. Now, if we're being honest, though, I do feel like, so if the day they met him at the hotel, I reckon it was probably like lunchtime when they got over there.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. Yeah.
My guess would be that late afternoon, they had that shootout or whatever fall out the window. They decided they were going to look at houses, but it probably took like overnight to sort of shag a bunch of addresses.
That's true.
Because he was like, I remember the numbers that are in the address, but not the order of the numbers.
Right.
I feel like you'd have to like call dispatch and get them to like give me all the houses in the hills that had like 6, 3, 4, and 1 in the address. Or
That's
something.
a good point.
Like, I don't feel like they're just out there later that like 5 minutes later looking.
So
at,
you think?
I bet a night has passed before they went up in the hills looking for houses.
That's fair. And so,
but the wardrobe doesn't change.
Right.
So I do think at some point they decided we're going to compress it into a single day. But now he's talking about I had Leo at my house last night, which I don't think that's not true.
That's not happened. No.
It's not been a thing.
No. Anyway, at this point, Leo gets his sandwich after they've driven out of the drive-thru, and he realizes that they've given him the wrong sandwich, and he wants them to go back to the restaurant.
Yeah.
But Murtaugh's like,
Tuna was also catching more shit. He's like, this is Tuna. I refuse to get stuck with Tuna, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Tuna gets more shit at this point. Yeah. But Murtaugh says, like, we're not going to go back. And then Leo goes on this insane rant about how they fuck you with drive-thrus. This is why I always go in, because they fuck you with drive-thrus.
They fuck you with the drive-thru. They know you're going to be miles away before you find out that you got fucked.
Right, and you're not going to come around.
They know you're not going to come back, so they don't care who gets fucked.
And it's like this crazy long rant, too.
It's amazing.
So hilarious.
I feel like it has Shane Black written all over it.
Yeah.
But it had that Shane Black feel. And then I grew up, watching it off like recorded off USA or something, where he's saying they freak you at the drive-thru. They freak you at the drive-thru, which makes no sense. But man, what an all-timer, like amazing rant.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
memorable.
It's great. But eventually, Riggs and Murtaugh both turn around to look at the back of the car and yell, "Shut up!" at the same time.
Well, they're like,
which is a great way to close
Leo,
it out.
Don't eat it. And he's like, "Oh, duh, that's what I just said. I'm not eating it." And they're like, they're like, Leo, just shut up. Oh my God. Yeah, it's an awesome.
It's a great moment.
Man, just let Joe Pesci cook.
Yeah.
Man. He's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So the next morning, Rudd is leaving his squash game, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, he's got a racket on him, and he's coming from, like, he's not playing
like
tennis.
athletic club.
Yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
an athletic club, right? So he's a big squash or racquetball player, which makes sense in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And as he's pulling out of the parking garage, he almost hits Riggs, who like comes and just like pulls right in front of him in his giant truck, who does this thing where he's like, he like does a double take. Like,
oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah,
right.
so
but then
good.
immediately like stares him down menacingly. So later on, like Rugg pulls up to a stoplight and Rigg pulls up behind him and then just immediately starts glaring at him. At which point Rudd's like, I'm done with this. He runs through a red light and causes an accident, which again doesn't matter. He's probably heading towards work. So
that's some bullshit. Yeah, it's true. There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
Sucks for those people.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, later on, Rudd, he gets to the consulate, but somehow Riggs has gotten there before he has.
Yeah, Rudd must have had some other stop.
Yeah, exactly. And Riggs has got like an end apartheid now sign, and he stands in front of Rudd's car, like holding the sign, but like glaring daggers into his eyes.
He sort of has this like he does this great like I'm looking through you thing, like this 1,000-yard stare where he's just like sizing him up, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. So eventually he pushes past Riggs, and when he gets to the security checkpoint, he tells the security guy to get this guy off the property. But when the guard like approaches Martin, Riggs just flashes his badge and the security guard backs off. And I love this because anybody can buy a badge from a prop store, right? Like, there's nothing special about this. Like a security guard would like, okay, like that doesn't mean anything to me. I need to see some actual credentials.
Donner had said on the commentary, he's like, "Oh, that was my personal trainer about that guy, the gate guard or
That's
whatever."
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So inside the consulate, Rika brings Rudd the morning faxes, and
morning faxes, state of the art, like 1989. Yeah.
But also, this is the point that we realize that insane office is in the South African consulate.
Yeah, that's his consulate office
like,
or whatever.
I'm going, what the shit? Like, what kind
You're
of
murdering
consulate?
people?
Yeah,
in there.
I know. You're
murdering South
people,
African citizens,
and it is the most Nazi like stark room. Who designs this shit in earnest? This is the classic like moment where I imagine the people who are painting this room slate gray and they're looking around and they look at each other and it's like the classic, hey, do you think maybe we're the bad guys?
Yeah,
like,
right. Well, it's like who is these guys? They want everything the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. We're painting the walls the same color as the carpet.
Yeah,
this is fucking nuts.
This is super weird, man. But anyway, on the security monitor, they see Riggs, like, who has some sort of sixth sense to know
they must be looking.
Rudd is looking at
They're
the
looking
camera
at me right now.
and he just like spikes the security camera directly and then grins. Rudd is completely pissed off, but Rika has got this like wry smile on her face. Yeah, she's got the "I want to fuck you" smile.
Oh, she's got it bad.
Oh yeah, big time. So later on, Riggs gets back to his trailer and he sees Leo like he's vacuuming. The trailer is like spotless. And Riggs is pissed off. And he's like, why are you messing with my trailer? He's like, I like the way I live. And
oh, come on.
Yeah, come on. Nobody has to live like this.
This was a very different and nicer location than where he had the trailer in part one.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
This is somewhere like in Palos Verdes, like actually super close to where Hunsacker's big mansion on the cliff was in the first one. It's like almost down below where the mansion was in the first one. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's funny.
And supposedly the music that Leo's got playing while he cleans up is the song called "I'm Not Scared" by Patsy Kensitt's musical group.
Oh,
Eighth Wonder or whatever, the Rika character.
That's so funny. So while this is all going on, the phone starts ringing, and Riggs can't.
Could he even
find
have
it.
a landline down there?
I mean, if he had a long enough cord,
he would have to run it from a pole somewhere.
Oh yeah,
huh?
maybe,
like
you
down
mean
off
like
the side of the cliff.
Yeah, you're right. Because that trailer does not look like.
I don't think he's got like full utilities
right,
down there.
So he is definitely like
he could have pirated his way into
yeah.
There's a telephone pole up on top of that cliff.
I love the idea that he's got like 600 yards of telephone wire.
Big spool.
Yeah, just a giant spool that he's spliced into the nearest tower. Yeah. So anyway, the phone starts ringing. Riggs can't find it, and Leo goes like, "Oh, it's outside with the rest of your junk." Because he's moved everything outside to clean this apartment for some reason. And not only that, he's like hid it underneath a rug or something.
Yeah.
So Riggs is like searching around for it. He finds it. He picks it up. And it's the station calling to see if Riggs has heard from Murtaugh because they've been trying to reach him all day and no one can get a hold of him. And Riggs is like, oh, I'll go to Murtaugh's house to check on him.
Is this the most memorable scene from the movie?
This is the most memorable scene. I will never forget this scene for as long as I live.
I agree. I'm inclined to agree with you.
I mean, I might forget friends' names, but I will not forget this scene. So Riggs pulls up to Murtaugh's house and he calls out, and we hear Murtaugh calling back that he's upstairs. So Leo asks for permission to call 999 officer in distress.
Leo, I don't know how he knows the police codes.
I have no idea. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise me that he would.
That's true, I guess, yeah.
Anyway, Riggs tells him to go ahead, and he goes upstairs to check it out. So Riggs kicks in the front door. Leo says that he's going to go through the back. Riggs spits up upstairs. He's got his gun drawn. He's following Murtaugh's voice. And as he like turns around the bathroom door from the master bedroom, he sees Murtaugh sitting there with his pants around his ankle on the toilet. And this is the point, like I mentioned this earlier, but like I paused to make sure that the mirror was still there.
Bathroom is the same, man.
Same exact bathroom.
It's the same one.
It was
from the beginning of
crazy.
When the whole family came in while he's taking a bath.
Nothing has changed.
To look at his dong.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So Riggs asked Murtaugh, like, dude, why are you in the shitter? What's going on?
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah. And Murtaugh explains that he finally had the house to himself because, the family's in protection right now.
Yeah.
And he's going to go, just finally I can take a shit in peace. And he's got his new issue of Saltwater Sportsman.
This is the most underrated joke in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, I got my new issue of Saltwater Sportsman. And Riggs is like, is that the one with the article on deep sea fishing?
Yeah.
I imagine that's every single issue of Saltwater
Sportsman.
Is that the one with the article on deep sea fishing? It's like low key, a great fucking joke.
It's really funny, yeah. But then he says that when he glanced at the toilet paper, he saw a message scrawled on it that said, "Boom, you are dead."
Yeah.
Which Riggs at this point, he sighs because he thinks this is all a joke.
I don't understand that moment. Does Riggs think that Murtaugh's being overdramatic?
Yeah, I think he thinks that.
Oh, you're overreacting.
You're overreacting, or and so
but what else would it have been? I mean, I guess that you had some sort of medical emergent,
Yeah, like he was like
You've suddenly gone paralyzed.
or something. Like I don't know, but either way, I think Riggs had feared the worst and thought that Murtaugh was dead. Like he was going to find his corpse when he came into the house.
Yeah, okay.
And then Murtaugh was still alive. And then there's this silly message on a toilet paper that to Riggs, maybe his son wrote it there, right, before he left or something.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's like, you scared the shit out of me. And then when Murtaugh goes...
Scared the shit out of you?
Right.
Like, it's a good line reading.
Exactly. And then he says, like, I've been sitting on the toilet all night. My legs have gone numb. At this point, Riggs is like, he's actually afraid. Okay.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It sounds like torture.
Oh, my God.
Like,
I don't... Yeah. So Riggs is like, okay, calm down. I'm going to take a look under the toilet.
That's when Leo walked in.
That's when Leo walks in. Exactly.
It's the worst possible moment.
Okay. And so he leaves. So Riggs looks under the toilet and he sees the bomb. And Murtaugh goes, tell me I'm not fucked. And Riggs goes, I love this line. He goes, oh, God, he's fucked.
Yeah, that's true. That's when he pops on. He's like, oh, okay, I could tell you that, but I'd be lying.
Yeah, exactly. So Riggs tells him, like, don't stand up. I've got to call in the bomb squad. Murtaugh pleads with him to keep it quiet. And Riggs assures him, like, oh yeah, totally, like, discreet. I'm only going to call the people that I have to call. Don't worry. Cut to literally everybody in the entire city of Los Angeles is outside of Murtaugh's house.
It's amazing.
That's
an amazing edit.
Oh, it is. It's a great edit, but also nonsensical. Like if you call the bomb squad, the first thing they're going to do is set up a perimeter, right? Like no one is going to
bring everyone.
Yeah, you're not going to let anybody anywhere near this, and it is swarming with people. But that's fine. It's a great moment. It was totally worth it. And you cut inside the house, and the house is swarming with people.
Yes,
like, I don't know if you've ever seen footage of, like, police officers disarming bombs in urban environments, but they've got the space cleared for, like, 100 yards in every direction.
Well, what's crazy, you had, like, the one guy who's, like, in the full, like, Hurt Locker suit.
Right, exactly.
But then a bunch of other guys with no protection just standing 2 feet away. Like, no, we're 2 feet further away. We're safe. You're in harm's way.
And in fact, the psychologist is there just in her regular old pantsuit.
She showed up. She wants to talk to Murtaugh.
Right, exactly. But on her way into the bathroom, Vasquez from Aliens warns her that it's not a pretty sight in there. She's like, look, I've helped cops through the most traumatic moments of their lives, and there's nothing in there that I can't handle. At which point she turns around the corner and sees Murtaugh on the toilet, surrounded by bomb squad, and quickly changes her mind, and she goes, I was wrong.
That's a weird reaction, isn't it? It's like sort of dereliction of duty. Like, oh, now you're just gonna walk off?
I mean, they're playing it for a joke.
It's a joke. Yeah, it's a punchline. It's a laugh.
Riggs harasses her a little bit on her way out, and then on her way out, Leo's goes like,
"Well, what was up with Vasquez? Was then like trying to like sneak a peek around the corner of the door, like
was she?
And they're like, yeah, get out of here. But it's like everyone's always trying to take a look at fucking Murtaugh's dick in that bathroom.
I guess they're probably rumors and they want to know.
They want to know.
Yeah. Anyway, so Riggs harasses her a little bit. And then Leo like goes, wait, you're the psychologist, and then immediately tries to.
I've been having these dreams.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, so the bomb squad guys at this point are like disassembling the bathroom sink and the counter, and they're pulling everybody out, and like they're telling everybody to clear out. Riggs though is like, I'm not leaving. Like there's nothing you can do to get me out of here.
It's a nice moment.
Yeah, it is a good moment. And the head of the bomb squad, who I've seen in a million things.
Yeah, that dude was familiar.
Yeah.
Including, I think he turns up again in 3 playing the head of the bomb squad again.
Okay, cool. I've seen him. Like, he's a big TV actor, I feel like. But anyway, I want to say I've seen him in Star Trek or something. But I could easily look it up. I'm not going to do it right now. The head of the bomb squad tells Murtaugh that the plan is to have him jump off the toilet and dive into the bathtub and just pull an old-fashioned bomb blanket over him, because the tub is a good old-fashioned cast iron bathtub. Right?
I don't know that it's going to stand up to a C4 blast.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You know.
Yeah, but whatever. Who cares? So
you kind of believe it. You're like, yeah, maybe.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it is like essentially being behind a gigantic
if
shield.
If you've ever like
oh yeah,
like tapped on a cast iron bathtub,
it's solid.
It is solid. But Murtaugh says, like, I don't think I can. And Riggs, like, understandably explains, like, he's been sitting on the toilet, his legs are numb, he's not going to be able to move.
He's like, he can't move, let alone jump off the can.
Right, exactly. So the head of the bomb squad, understandably, goes, okay, fine. I mean, this whole scene is so nonsensical.
It's crazy, yeah.
But whatever. It's great. It's amazing. It's great cinema. It is maybe the most unrealistic scene in the whole movie.
But I feel like this is like the centerpiece of the movie.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely so many of these shots had to be in the trailer. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the bomb squad guy takes off his flak jacket and gives it to Riggs and explains like what they're gonna do. Right. So while this is happening, another tech, he's like pouring liquid nitrogen around the bomb, and he said that'll delay the detonation by a second or two.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Is that true? I didn't look it up. But
I
I'm
don't
like,
think so.
At this point,
I don't think so.
The whole thing is so fantasy. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
By this, it was just like, sure, why not? So at this point, the bomb squad guys, they clear out, and Riggs like takes his gun, which he like, again, we've proven at this point he cares about.
Oh yeah,
because
I love that moment.
Yeah, it's a great moment
because he's like, asked the bomb squad guy, he's like, do you have a nice pistol?
Yeah,
he's like, I got a Smith & Wesson. He's like, here, well, why don't you take this?
Yeah,
then he's like, I'll be back down for it later. But I like that
just
he's
in
like,
case.
if I'm gonna die, the pistol. Is a nice. It's a nice weapon. It shouldn't just be destroyed in this blast.
It's just like it's a throwaway moment, but it helps anchor Riggs' character.
It does, and it feels that feels like real life.
Yeah,
the pistol's important to me. I don't want it to be destroyed here.
Right. Exactly.
He realizes this could be the end for him.
Exactly. Like
that's what it is.
But this is how much he loves Murtaugh, though. Right.
Oh yeah.
So
there's no way he's letting Murtaugh
not a chance,
leaving him to do this on his own.
Absolutely. But so now they're alone. It's just Murtaugh and Riggs.
I noticed oddly that the toilet paper roll was like still on the thing. There's no way they would have taken that because that's evidence.
It's
right?
evidence, 100%.
They would have taken that thing because they got to take it to the forensics lab and check it for fibers and all that shit. I just noticed that and I was like, oh, they would have definitely taken that roll away.
But I mean,
because we're assuming this is all going to be destroyed in the blast that we cannot avoid.
But again, like this is all fantasy land at this point.
I feel like a real bomb squad could have just defused the bomb.
100%.
Yeah.
Looking at
is it that elaborate?
It seemed such a simple mechanism. Now, I'm not an expert on bombs, right? But I have seen the Hurt Locker.
I assume there probably are bombs that can't be diffused.
Sure.
But I don't know that these guys are that good at this shit.
I mean, I feel like, I agree. I have no expertise in bomb diffusion. But
it just occurred, I don't know why I just thought of that. I was like, couldn't they just have diffused this thing?
I thought the same thing.
They probably could have.
They probably could have. But again, this whole scene is the most nonsensical moment in the whole movie, but it's also amazing.
It's such a good premise.
Yeah, I'm completely on board.
Well, we want to see it happen exactly the way it happens.
It's exactly
not like
right.
just, then this guy who's neither Riggs nor Murtaugh clips a wire and everyone's safe again.
Yeah, exactly. They joke back and forth a little bit, a little banter.
I like the callback to Trish being a bad cook.
Yeah, I know. I love that too. I have a note on there. Like, I love that they're talking about her shitty cooking.
Why didn't they just put the bomb in Trish's stove? He's like,
no one would have ever seen it.
He's like, all that needless suffering could have ended right there. It's good stuff.
But then it gets serious, and Murtaugh goes, "I'm gonna die in a toilet, aren't I?" And Riggs goes, "Guys like you don't die in toilets." And they lock hands, and they go that they're gonna go on 3. Tension starts to build. Riggs counts to 2, but then Murtaugh stops him, and they have this great moment, which is like another one of these unforgettable moments in this movie about what does go on 3 mean, and they bicker back and forth until they like decide like 1, 2, 3, then go.
Yeah,
right?
It's
so
like,
they finally settled this.
Is it like 1, 2, 3, or is it 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they get a lot of mileage out of that bit,
dude. It goes a long way. But then there's like this moment, because this is the 80s, dudes aren't allowed to like acknowledge affection for other dudes.
Yeah.
And so they give each other the look that we all know is the look, but then they don't, like Murtaugh, like, you feel like Riggs is almost about to say something.
Yeah.
But then Murtaugh shakes his head.
He's like, I love you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say it.
We're not talking about this.
But I love you and thank you. Like, you're my brother.
Yeah. So anyway, at that moment, 1, 2, 3, leap. They leap, pull the blanket down. We cut to outside. The house blows up, and the toilet, fully intact, flies out of the exploding house and lands directly on the windshield of the station wagon. Everybody take a drink.
The car and the house are taking so much punishment in this franchise.
Yeah, I know. It's just hilarious. So Lego is very, very...
that toilet would not be intact.
No, it would have been shattered. It's ceramic. It's not iron.
Yeah.
Leo is very eager to check on the guys, but we see that they survived. They're in the tub laughing, and then Rakes goes, "Get off me. I don't want to see anybody in this position like this." And you're like, oh, okay.
Also crazy is like they're sort of like, they're cupping their ears. But it's like a block of C4 went off 5 feet away from you.
You're done.
Your eardrums would be jelly.
You're never hearing it.
Yeah, no, it's
right.
I feel like at the beginning of Hurt Locker, that bomb went off just sort of near him, and like the shockwave like killed him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they would. I don't know that you would die.
No, they would
even
be
if
dead.
even if the flames of the bomb didn't hit you.
Again,
the concussion of the thing would like.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's survivable.
This
anyway,
whole scene is amazing. I love it. I'm glad it's in the movie. It's the most ridiculous thing in this entire movie.
But also like the most memorable sequence in the in the franchise.
Franchise. I mean, everybody knows the toilet bomb.
Yeah.
Like anybody who's familiar with action movies of this era to any degree knows the toilet bomb scene in Lethal Weapon 2.
Yes.
So it works. It's complete fiction, but it works.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, and we're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that.
There's a great point to end on.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. What a killer movie.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so good. I love it. And, again, we can argue about which one is better, but I'll go to my grave.
This one's top moments are like, elite.
It's peak, man.
Elite. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
This is a good one, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's going to happen next?
Well, what's going to happen next is you're going to go onto social media and you're going to subscribe to 60OS podcast on Facebook and YouTube or at YouTube. Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube now, right?
I think we're on YouTube Music. I don't know how you find it.
Yeah,
but some people like to listen to their podcasts on YouTube, and you
we're
can find us there. I think.
Yeah, we're there now. You can find us anywhere you listen to your podcasts. So if you decide you don't want to listen to a Spotify, you can do us on podcast. SoundCloud, anywhere.
Yeah.
But check us out on Instagram too, 60OS podcast. But we'll be,
There's a whole lot more Lethal Weapon 2 to talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
What are Riggs and Murtaugh going to get into next?
So much shenanigans.
So much shenanigans. Okay, we'll check you out next week.
And we'll be back.